Let me bring in the Samajwadi Party spokesperson tonight, Ms. Mishra. Ms. Mishra, would you ever praise Hitler? Would you praise Hitler, ma'am?
No.
Then why do you praise Aurangzeb?
Did he praise Aurangzeb?
If you can't praise Hitler, if you would never praise Hitler, why do you praise Aurangzeb? Praising Aurangzeb isn't the India bloc normalizing Hindu phobia and phobia against other religions, Sikhism for instance? What is going on in this country?
Good evening, Rahul. My fellow panelists, look about it. Aurangzeb was 350 years before ISIS. There is no difference, repeat, no difference between Aurangzeb apologists and Holocaust deniers, for which there is a prison sentence in 16 countries in Europe.
Let me bring in the Samajwadi Party spokesperson tonight, Ms. Mishra. Ms. Mishra, would you ever praise Hitler? Would you praise Hitler, ma'am?
No.
Then why do you praise Aurangzeb?
Did he praise Aurangzeb?
If you can't praise Hitler, if you would never praise Hitler, why do you praise Aurangzeb?
Rahul, what did Abu Azmi said?
What did he say?
Retracted.
I'll tell you what he said. Can I read out what he said, ma'am? You see, viewers, the only reason I don't bring out sound bites is because these people will say I clipped it here and I clipped it there. So viewers, I'm going to now read out exactly what I read out earlier. He said, Aurangzeb got several temples built. In Varanasi, he saved a Hindu girl from a priest who had an evil eye on her. He had the priest trampled by elephants. I don't consider Aurangzeb a cruel leader. He doesn't think he was cruel. During that era, power struggles were political, not religious. Aurangzeb's army had many Hindus, just as Chhatrapati Shivaji's army had several Muslims. He was a great leader. He was a great king. Great? Ma'am, you think Hitler was great?
We don't think Hitler was great.
So then why is Aurangzeb great? A person who wanted to wipe out the Hindu faith and the Sikh faith. How are they great?
And the Shia faith too. You are skipping that.
Shia faith too. So can a person who's a genocidal maniac be great? Can he be a great leader? I'm asking you, ma'am.
No, he can't be a great leader, and I think Abu Azmi retracted that.
No, madam. He didn't retract. You know what he said? I'll take back my words because it is this controversy is diverting attention from the real issues. And therefore, I want the House to continue. He only did it as a tactical retreat. He said, I don't have anything to apologize for.
According to him, he was talking about the time when it was kingdom system. And according to him,
kingdom system or not, hang on, just a minute. Kingdom system or not, I don't care. You can say that, when Hitler ruled, there was acceptable monarchies and there was colonialism and there were dictatorships. I'm sorry, madam, it doesn't work. A person is either evil, and in this context, there is enough documentation. I'm not reading out of some second or third source. He even came out and said historians have told him this. Dr. Ranganathan, I've listed some of the facts. By praising Aurangzeb, isn't the India bloc normalizing Hindu phobia and phobia against other religions, Sikhism for instance? What is going on in this country?
Good evening, Rahul. My fellow panelists, look about it. Aurangzeb was 350 years before ISIS. There is no difference, repeat, no difference between Aurangzeb apologists and Holocaust deniers, for which there is a prison sentence in 16 countries in Europe. Twisted minds in need of medical intervention. But as far as this debate is concerned, I like to make two important points. The fact is, Abu Azmi is the Jinnah who doesn't eat bacon. But it's not about what these demented, brainwashed zombies are doing, Rahul. It's about what we are doing. And bear with me. Rahul, history that is written by the victors is peddled by the vanquished. And I'm afraid we are vanquished. The signal sent by Prime Minister Modi when he celebrates Khusro, the bigot who celebrated the subjugation of Hinduism, the destruction of Somnath, and sang odes to forced conversion, quote, "The whole country by means of the sword of our holy warriors has become like the forest denuded of its thorns by fire," unquote. The signal sent by Prime Minister Modi when he sends a chadar to Moinuddin Chishti, the Hanafi Sufi saint who fought alongside the demonic Muhammad Ghori, helped capture Prithviraj Chauhan, unsparingly converted Hindus and said, quote, I will raise these Anasagar Hindu temples to the ground. I have come to India to fight the holy war against infidel, unquote. The signal sent by Prime Minister Modi when he eulogizes Saint Francis Xavier, the proponent of Goa Inquisition that led to conversion, torture and murder of countless Hindus, and who said, quote, Hindu gods and their idols are as dirty as they are ugly and horrible to look at, and witnessing the destruction of temple idols give me so much joy, unquote. The signal is that it is okay to normalize Hindu haters. It is okay for Hindus to be humiliated, for cruelty against Hindus to be airbrushed. Rahul, nations weaken not because of their past, but rather by how they are taught it. And for 70 years, we've been taught to forget historical injustices. We've been taught to eulogize genocidal mass murderers. And so India is a nation that glorifies self-loathing and self-flagellation in equal measure. A nation where people still go and pray at the grave of Aurangzeb, who imposed tax only on non-Muslims, beheaded Guru Tegh Bahadur, entombed Sahibzadas alive, decapitated Sambhaji Maharaj, demolished Kashi Vishwanath and murdered 4.6 million Hindus. A nation that hasn't read the authentic biography of Aurangzeb, Masir Alamgiri, that says, quote, in 1669 on orders of Aurangzeb, the Kashi temple was demolished. And here is Sir Jadunath Sarkar's translation of Masir Alamgiri, page 52, quote, Aurangzeb, eager to establish Islam, issued orders to the governors of all the provinces to demolish the schools and temples of the infidels, and with the utmost urgency put down the teachings and public practice of the religion of these misbelievers, unquote. That in January 1670, on orders of Aurangzeb, the Keshav Dev temple, the birthplace of Lord Krishna, was demolished. Aurangzeb had idols brought to Agra to be scattered under the steps of Jahanara Mosque so they'd be trodden on. Rahul, if the holiest shrine of another religion was demolished and people of another faith stomped their dirty feet on the sacred relics as they walked inside the place of worship, this country would have witnessed a civil war. But this is a nation that knows more about the Mughals than about Shivaji, Rana Pratap and Prithviraj Chauhan. A nation where Guru Arjan Dev was forced to sit on a hot plate and literally cooked alive by the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. And what do? We immortalize Jahangir in our films as the affable, feather-toying romantic Salim. A nation where celebrated historian Ramchandra Guha laments Aurangzeb Road being renamed, but doesn't want Delhi roads to be named after Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the man who birthed an empire stretching from Peshawar to Plassey, because in Guha's words, quote, he was a little-known regional figure and a feudal lord who endorsed caste hierarchies, unquote. Rahul, this is a nation where we eulogize invaders who burned Nalanda, the greatest university in the world, just 30 seconds. A nation where celebrities take pride in naming their son Taimur, where politicians gush when called by their nickname Tipu, the man who demolished temples and converted even dead Hindus. Rahul, India is a nation whose history has been written by those who hated Hindus, Hinduism and Hindustan.